Hello, Mustafa.
Hi, Abdulaziz.
So I would like to ask question number one. How did you prepare for IELTS?
Oh, that's a really long story, but I would like to provide you with essential details that could be important for our students and for others. And first of all, in preparation for the IELTS test, I done a lot of work in practicing. I mean, I haven't practiced it only 3 days in a week, but I also attended to lessons and exercises 6 days in a week. Especially doing 52s and listening practices.
Okay, can you tell me specifically what worked for you in listening, reading, writing, and speaking sections?
Of course, yes. First section is correlated with listening, and I have done a lot of tips that was given to me by my teacher. They are clearly learning podcasts and retelling it in the lesson time and writing some IELTS listenings on the notebook, like doing podcasts. And what's more, I done just full test practices, and I work it only for one section every day, like first section or another day's second section.
I see. How about the reading section?
Well, the reading section was the greatest section ever I have faced to, because from my primary years of study in the intellect, I have done a lot of effort in comparison to understanding the meaning of the text. I mean the meaning of the passages. So I done headings, and I done multiple choice, and I also tried to not to translate every word in the text. I mean, I usually try to find out the main meaning and find out answers in comparison to the questions. And
okay, how about writing?
Well, in writing, we had our own method and system of improving this kind of skill, this field. In this case, I have practiced a lot of paraphrases that I took the Band 9 score sample from the Task 2 and Task 1, and I just changed their sentences in an ordinary way, in paraphrasing. What's more, I tried out finding X's that was advised to me by my teacher. So in this case, I spend the majority of my time in finding X's, and I usually try to limit the time in finding X's to the 5-minute period. So by doing this every day, I have achieved the score of finding 5 X's in 2 minutes.
All right, thank you. Now I'm specifically interested in your speaking because, as we can see here, you have a great intonation and all the other sections are also great. So can you tell me your secret of achieving high score from speaking?
Well, actually, I haven't ever hidden it from anyone, and I usually try to assist to everyone how to improve their intonation. And I usually try to say by word, orally do every exercises after entering to my room in my home. Like whenever I enter, I start speaking it. I start speaking it on English by the same way. That was the first exercise, and the second one was closely correlated with the listening task. Learning podcasts. I steal the structure of intonation from the native speakers that had a dialect in the podcasts. So that was the second great example of how to improve intonation. And the third one was improved by the help of my teacher. As my speaking was a little bit too fast at the recent time, my teacher advised me to record my voice and hear that and make it in a slow motion. That could be
so you should adapt your speed, right?
Adapt as a natural way. So I practiced this one, and also I paid attention to the pronunciation.
I see. Could you tell me which part was your favorite?
Well, to be more honest, I think that I enjoyed not only one part but several parts in the IELTS test that were actually a listening task, as I had a great preparation for that, and the speaking part. But also the two other part sections were not just bad, but after the exam, after having scores, I just made it to discover what problems I had, and that was the two parts in which I had enjoyance by doing that were actually listening and the speaking.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Good luck.